Yeah, we worked really hard on it the last 2 days. Obviously, we feel like that was probably the biggest thing that cost us the game in LA. And, our guys did a good job, honoring their spacing. There's a lot of ways to make your teammates better. Everybody thinks to make your teammates better is to pass the ball to them. But, by, spacing the floor off the ball, you make the player with the basketball smarter and more efficient. And we did a much better job with that tonight.
You had, I can't remember the play in particular, but Nurkic was up top and he found the cutter, Gordon. How much can that be utilized more of him up top and guys cutting off and getting laid?
Yeah, it's a big reason why we went out and got him. We love his ability to pass up top and in the low post. And, guys playing off of him, back cutting or coming to the basketball, right? He can do both. And, he's a very versatile big man. Shoots threes, a great passer, can score in the low post, can play in the pocket when our stars are getting double teamed. And he has a really positive dimension to our game.
Coach, could you talk about the defensive effort? It seems as though that was the theme early on. There were a lot of tip balls early on that led to some pretty easy baskets. And also, many of the shots that the Jazz took were contested. It seems as though your players are buying into this defensive scheme.
So far, so good. Yeah, the guys have really worked at it. They've believed in what we do. And, in terms of contesting shots, you can contest shots if everybody stays guarded. If guys are getting open all over the floor, then it's tough to have a high level of contest. But they're executing our scheme to a pretty high level, and they're doing it with a great deal of effort and hustle and scrappiness. Which is what we're asking them to do. We know we're gonna have a elite talent on this basketball team, but if the effort piece is greater than an opponent every night, we're gonna be really tough to beat, like tonight.
Frank, how nice is it to have some of these regular season nights where Kevin only has to play 29 minutes and get him off his feet a little bit?
The more the better. Yeah.
Yuta Watanabe had 20 minutes tonight, and what do you think about his performance tonight?
I love Yuta's game. He has the dynamic. I don't know how many threes did he get. He got 1 3, but you have to run at him, so the defense has to really stretch out, which creates space for the others. And, he has a really good IQ offensively of the game to make the right play. And his effort and intelligence defensively, he's one of our better defenders. And a lot of times opponents try to target him, and he just moves his feet, contains, uses his length. He had a nice block in the paint tonight on his own man, and he's a really good two-way player.
What do you think about his contribution for the team so far? It's only 3 games, but you could
He's a big part of what we've done so far, and is going to be a big part of what we do going forward. We're very high on him.
What do you make of the efficiency tonight for your crew? A lot of players shooting over 50% from the field. You guys had a 40-point third quarter. Seem to be very efficient from beginning to end.
Big emphasis on the extra pass the last 48 hours, right? And reading defense and spacing. All these principles, right? There's when you have high turnovers like we did against LA, it's not just the man with the basketball, it's how we're executing. And we executed a lot better, and we trusted our teammates a lot better by recognizing that when we get the ball in the paint, we have strong finishes or we got backside shooters, and we just did a far better job of that tonight than we did last game.
Right in the book, Kevin's going to have an even bigger role offensively, but for him to be guarding the all-star on the other end, just what do you think that can do for the team, for him to show that through his game?
Yeah, it's what he asked of me in our very first conversation this summer, is that, we don't have to, hide him so he can carry an offensive load, and put another guy on the other team's best player. He said if that's the matchup, he wants it. He wants to guard the other team and the other team's best player. And, tonight was a perfect example of it because Markkanen is a tough matchup, and he's the best matchup for it. So I know he wasn't going to shy away from that. He was going to embrace it, and he did a great job on him.
He will often say that he doesn't want to take 20-plus shots, like he wants to be around 12 to 18. Is this the type of game you think of when he's bringing that up, just the way he opened up everything for you guys?
Perfect balance. Perfect balance. And we knew, first of all, every post double team that he gets, we should shoot wide open threes or get dunks on the backside, and we did a much better job with that. But he did a phenomenal job early in the game facilitating for his teammates, right? And then everybody else gets involved, makes a couple shots, and they're a little charged up more on the defensive end, and he doesn't have to do so much, And I thought we all leaned on him too much in the Lakers game, and far better result tonight.
Coach, you guys had 126 points tonight, and 26 of those points came from the free throw line. Do you think that's going to be big for you guys, being able to shoot that high and efficiently, 26 out of 28?
Yeah, we're a good free throw shooting team, so the more we can get there, the better. You know, we had numbers probably high because of the third quarter. We got in a bonus super early, I think with 9 minutes left, and then we just stayed in attack mode at that point. You know, I think there's a lot of ways to get to the line. It's not just duck your head and you know, plow into defenders, but your sweep moves, your shot fakes, you know, the crashing, the open court play. The more we can kick ahead and attack in the open court, and guys crashing the boards, you gotta hit those guys. So you know, the effort piece gets us to the line.
Frank, how encouraged have you been by Jordan Goodwin's offense? What have you seen from him on that end?
Yeah, very, very encouraged with Jordan. He's playing good basketball for us. You know, he didn't shoot the ball well tonight overall, but he's a confident shooter, and he's a confident playmaker in pick and roll. You know, where he's going to distribute, make the right play, can shoot his little floaters, can get to the basket, can really do a lot of things. He had 5 assists tonight, and you know, with team without a point guard, he's really the one on the floor, you know, that has experience with that, and he's giving us a big lift right now.
Pre-game, we were talking about the bench. Obviously, definitely delivered, not just in how they played, but in that emphasis of attack mode. Was that the discussion with them going into this one as well?
Attack and read. You know what I mean? We don't want to be reckless, but yeah, attack the rim with all you got, and then if you can get the defense to bite. Okay, we got shooters on the backside. We have a great shooting team. You know, the way we passed the ball tonight, we easily could have had 23s. Okay, we didn't even shoot the ball that well, but you know, we're gonna have we got 2 shooters not in uniform tonight. They're gonna help that a lot as well.
Two questions.
Frank, can you just speak to the Ring of Honor celebration today, what Matt's doing, and another thing there good for the fans and everything?
Yeah, Matt's doing a great job just embracing, you know, this organization's history, and you know, honoring guys like Sean and Amari, but also bringing back the legends that we had in the building tonight. I didn't get to see the actual ceremony, but you know, I think Charles was here, and KJ and Marley, and I mean, how do you not love those teams that those guys had? I mean, that was just, you know, the Phoenix Suns basketball at its best, and you know, hopefully we can continue the winning tradition.
You mentioned your excitement for being on this side of the bench with all the fans. What was it like finally getting to be the head coach here in this area?
It's awesome. I think we're going to have a great relationship with the fan base here. I think they're going to be really proud of the product we put on the floor, how much blood, sweat, and tears we put into the game, and you know, really position this organization to compete for a championship, and hopefully bringing that gold ball here for the first time.
Frank, you've spoken about your past, you know, coaching and starting out with the Celtics, Sonics, you know, 2004, but do you have any memories that stick out about facing the Suns during that 7 seconds or less era? Any of those teams?
Yeah, I remember it was a nightmare. You know, trying to figure out Steve Nash, you know, still to this day, in my 25 years being in this league, you're one of the toughest guys to figure out how to guard, because, you know, you knew he was just going to, you know, play with extreme pace, and you had to get your defense back and set. And his computer, right, when he was driving the ball or using the pick and roll game, you knew the ball was going to be, whoever was left this much open, like that guy was going to get the basketball. And if you stayed home on everybody else, he had the power to score the ball. And what I remember about him is he would facilitate, okay, for 3.5 quarters, okay, and then at crunch time, he'd come down and drill some big threes. Okay, so now it's my time to go, you know, just or to take over the game, or, you know, just take that reins from a scoring standpoint when it was needed.
Everybody.
Okay.